Well, good afternoon, everyone. Happy fall and happy Halloween. My name is Peggy Williams Smith of Visit Milwaukee, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to our October webinar. Our marketing and communications department has had an incredibly busy summer, shining the spotlight on everything that our city has to offer. From Milwaukee Theater Week coming in November to Milwaukee's latest recognition as the #3 best big city in the nation in the 2023 Condé Nast Traveler Reader's Choice Awards, my team has been hard at work spreading the good word about the good land to meeting planners, leisure travelers, and media outlets all over the country and the world. So to catch you up on all the great things our team has been up to for the past couple of months, I will be joined this afternoon by Vice President of Marketing and Communications and Partnership, Josh Albrecht, and Senior Director of Communications and Public Affairs, Claire Koenig, to review some of the major projects that have taken place in 2023 and a sneak peek of what's in store for 2024. I'd like to start by congratulating with Josh Albrecht with a very exciting announcement. Earlier this month, he was named as a 2023 CMO of the Year by the Milwaukee Business Journal. These annual awards highlight top chief marketing officers in the greater Milwaukee area and all they do to make their companies shine. Since joining our organization in early 2022, the projects and campaigns that Josh has executed here at Visit Milwaukee have been nothing short of incredible. You'll hear about a number of them in just a few minutes, but through the work he and his team do on a daily basis, Milwaukee has never been more visible. From an Emmy-nominated television show to a partnership with an NBA athlete, and in under 2 years, Josh has made an incredible impact on not just what Visit Milwaukee, but the greater Milwaukee area does as well. For the work he has done to raise awareness of Milwaukee as a destination for meetings and conventions, as well as leisure and sports, I could not think of anyone more deserving than this honor. So please join me in congratulating Josh on this accomplishment. I'd also like to take a moment to thank our partnership department, led by Brian Kubel, on surpassing 900 partner businesses. This marks the largest number of businesses that have ever partnered with Visit Milwaukee and speaks volumes to the trust and value that these partners place in our organization to promote our city. To each of our 941 partners, we cannot thank you enough for the belief you have in the power of tourism and what it does for economic development, your businesses, the people you employ, and the betterment of our community. While we're talking about our partners, I'd like to welcome our new and returning partners. We had 57 partners join in October. So I'd like to welcome these new partners that you see on the screen. I'm not going to read them all. And thank you for your partnership and commitment to our organization's mission of making Milwaukee a great place to live, work, and visit. We look forward to sharing the great things your businesses are doing in the community in the upcoming months. We'll move on now to the September STAR report. In the downtown area, Milwaukee hotels saw an occupancy of 66.4%, down around 3% year over year. As we've seen in the past couple of months, I'm sorry, we're on the wrong slide. There we go. Yeah, I missed it. We'll go back to those two in just a minute. As we've seen in the past couple of months, with the 1.8% increase in inventory over the past year, we see occupancy decrease year over year while the average daily rates and revenues increase. Downtown, despite a decline in occupancy, saw increases in ADR at $175.65, which was a 4.6% increase, and RevPAR was at $116.67, which was a 4.3% increase. Revenue was at $21.8 million, which was a 6.2% increase, and there was an increase in demand of 1.5% year over year. In the County Star, September saw occupancy of 61.6%, which was a decrease of 5.2% in occupancy. They also saw a 3.4% drop in demand and a 0.4% decrease in RevPAR. But the average daily rate, continuing with the trend, continued to increase with a 5% increase to $141.09. If you want to go back, I'll talk a little bit about IMEX. I think that was one of the, yes, we went to Vegas in a few weeks ago for IMEX, which is the the world's largest trade show for meeting planners. And we were treated to an incredibly special evening with about 30 of our closest meeting planner friends with the amazing Paul Bartolotta and his team. He hosted the Paul Bartolotta Experience, which took us to the picture you see here at the Neon Museum, where we heard from Paul his view on how Milwaukee and Vegas can be quite similar. Then we went to a dinner at Oscar's, which is in the heart of downtown Vegas. And our meeting planners were absolutely wowed. When we're competing against big, huge brands who had suites at U2, our group stood out and they really enjoyed the experience they had. So a huge thank you to Paul Bartolotta and the partners that joined us, which were the Wisconsin Center District, Megan Zettman. We had Marcus Hotels and Resorts with Jessica Jacobs. We had Paul Bristow from the Hyatt, and we had Wes from the Bucks, who all joined us to make sure that our guests had a spectacular time. You can go to the next slide and the next slide. All right, Milwaukee Theater Week. As a fun Halloween treat, It's Alive on the Riverwalk just wrapped up a festive activation inside the lobby of the St. Kate this afternoon. Taking place around the lunch hour from 11 to 2, this free Riverside busking event featured performances by Jorge Valentine and Talalak, Ginger Whimsy, and the cast of Xanadu at Skylight Music Theater, in addition to treats from Sweetly Baked and so much more. Did you miss out on this ghoulishly exciting event? Be sure to follow the Milwaukee Theater District on social media and sign up for the Milwaukee Theater District newsletter to stay up to date on the latest theater announcements, Milwaukee Theater District events, discounts, and so much more. All of these things that we are doing, all of these promotions are going to kick off Theater Week, which begins next Thursday and runs through November 19th. During this inaugural 10-day event, Milwaukee's live entertainment powerhouses and world-class performing arts groups will turn the spotlights onto themselves and are inviting you to come along for the ride. Josh is going to share a little bit more about this groundbreaking week shortly, but you can find the full schedule of events on the Milwaukee Theater District page on our website. Earlier this month, the Wisconsin Center District launched Beyond King Tut, an immersive experience at the Baird Center. Running now through January 6th, you can take a journey through the past as you explore the history of one of Egypt's most mysterious pharaohs. Commemorating the 100th anniversary of the discovery of King Tut's tomb, the experience brings the National Geographic Archives to life through a beautifully constructed and thoroughly informative exhibition that takes visitors on an immersive journey exploring the mysterious king's life that ventures beyond the mask. Our team was fortunate to get a chance to explore this immersive exhibit, and I have to say it was fantastic. And right now, Milwaukee is one of only 2 cities in the country where this unique exhibition is showing. From the dazzling visuals throughout to the virtual reality experience, Beyond King Tut is a Milwaukee must-do. Get your tickets today on the Wisconsin Center District's website. Earlier this month, the Milwaukee Art Museum opened the new Darrell Ellis Regeneration exhibit in the Hersfeld Center for the Photography and Media Arts. Our team got a preview of the show a few weeks ago, and it is incredibly powerful. Ellis was an innovative artist who, through his multifaceted work, examined domestic life, selfhood, and stereotypes of Black masculinity. By the time of his death at age 33 from AIDS-related causes, Ellis had created a highly original body of work, and one that is not likely to be shown as it is today in Milwaukee ever again. I highly encourage you to check out this exhibition quickly. I guarantee you haven't seen anything like it. You can get your tickets today and find out more about this incredible exhibition on the Milwaukee Art Museum's website. Tomorrow, we are proud to partner with Imagine MKE for the Greater Milwaukee Creative Economy Forum. Taking place at the MMAC from 4 to 6 p.m., this incredible session will gather visionary local leaders from around the community to discuss the transformational impact of our creative economy and the crucial role that this industry plays in building a brighter tomorrow throughout our destination. You can learn more about this event at imaginemke.com/events. I know it's Halloween, but the holidays are right around the corner. This year, we are proud to sponsor the City of Milwaukee's 110th annual Christmas tree lighting on Friday, November 17th from 5 to 7. The lighting will once again be hosted in the lively Deer District, which will be coined Cheer District and illuminated by We Energies Foundation. As a part of the festive fun, Visit Milwaukee is looking to highlight some of our outstanding partners to create a holiday marketplace for the anticipated 1,000 attendees of this event. If you're looking to share a cup of holiday cheer while promoting your business, you should reach out to Director of Event Experience, Michelle Hayter, for more information. On November 16th, the 25th annual, that's right, 25 years, Milwaukee Downtown Holiday Lights Festival will light up the night. Each year, more than 500,000 lights illuminate the night sky, spreading holiday cheer for all. This festival is free to attend and open daily at 3 parks throughout the downtown area. This year's themes are Community Spirit Park at Cathedral Square, Santa Celebration Square at Zeidler Union Square, and Feliz Navidad at Pierre Marquette Park. Festivities kick off at 6:30 p.m. on Thursday, November 16th, with a special Milwaukee Holiday Lights extravaganza, which features live music, fireworks, free treats, and so much more. Then hop aboard the Jingle Bus, Thursday through Sundays beginning November 17th and running through December 30th, for a 40-minute narrated tour of all 3 parks from the comfort and warmth of a bus. Tickets for the Jingle Bus are only $5 and are available at MilwaukeeHolidayLights.com. This year, there's even more festive fun to be had with the Ornament Trail, which will feature 15 larger-than-life ornaments lining the path between the holiday lights displays throughout the downtown area. Crafted by artists including St. Kate the Arts Hotel current artist in residence, Jeff Zimpel, Milwaukee muralist Mauricio Ramirez, and so many more. Be sure to stop by to take in these beautiful pieces. And then slide on into the holiday season as the slice of ice returns with new holiday decor, perfect for an enchanting winter evening out or a festive day of play downtown. And finally, don't forget to drop off your letters to Santa in Santa's mailbox in Cathedral Square Park, November 7th through December 17th. You can learn more about Milwaukee Downtown's festivities and make your holiday plans today on the Downtown Bids website. I want to extend our heartfelt condolences to Thelma Carroll wine merchants for the unfortunate car crash into their storefront. You have the well wishes of an entire community rooting for you during this difficult time, and I encourage all of you to show your support by stopping by their shop when they open for retail this Friday, buying tickets to their November 4th Pinot Noir tasting, and purchasing gift cards. Congratulations to Saz's Hospitality Group on breaking ground on the company's South 2nd Street venue in Walker's Point. This new venue, with an outdoor capacity of up to 225 guests and an indoor capacity of nearly 300, is coming online in the spring of 2024 and will feature a beautiful all-season patio, outdoor bar space, elevated balcony, green space, parking, and so much more. You can see the renderings and learn more about this upcoming venue and how to book it on the venues page of Saz's website. Speaking of expansions, Movita's expansion has taken to the skies. With the beams in place for their expanded dining room, the expansion will include space for 70 additional guests, as well as a rooftop patio, additional kitchen space, and a private event venue at Hotel Madrid in Walker's Point. This wonderful addition is expected to be completed by February of 2024. The Crossroads Collective is on a roll with the latest addition to the food hall, Ready to Roll, and their selection of delicious artisan egg rolls. Coming on November 10th, Ready to Roll pairs unique flavors in a deliciously fried golden brown egg roll, offering a selection for flavor sensations including the Shy, a vegan Italian beef egg roll, the Southern Belle, a Southern-inspired vegetarian collard green egg roll, and the Chicken Philly, a Philly cheesesteak-inspired egg roll. You can learn more about Ready to Roll at readytorollmke.com. In case you haven't heard, the Milwaukee Bucks are officially back in action as they kicked off the 2023-2024 season. Chasing their second championship in 4 years, Phenom Damian Lillard and perennial MVP candidate Giannis led a star-studded cast, including Milwaukee's official hype man, Bobby Portis, as the Bucks look to once again ascend to NBA glory. Speaking of Bobby Portis, Milwaukee's official hype man is back and ready to show you even more of his favorite stops around Milwaukee. From bird watching at the Urban Ecology Center to creating his own custom print at Bayview Printing, Milwaukee's favorite big man was all over town, showing us some of the hidden gems in the latest installation of this outstanding video series. And now, you can walk a mile in Bobby's size 15 shoes as you check out some of his favorite spots around town with the new Bobby Portis Pass, sponsored by Potawatomi Casino and Hotel. From now until January 9th, sign up for the pass for your chance to win a Bobby Portis Big Prize package, which includes tickets, signed Bobby merch, and so much more. A block away from the Fiserv Forum, the puck has officially dropped on the Milwaukee Admirals season. Coming up just short in the Western Conference Finals last year, the Admirals began their chase for the Calder Cup on October 20th. See the stars of tomorrow shine at the UW Milwaukee Panther Arena downtown when the team returns home this Saturday for a showdown with the Grand Rapids Griffins at 6 p.m. You can find the full schedule and get your tickets at the MilwaukeeAdmirals.com website. Big news for those of us with furry friends, Skilos Family Pet Store is adding a second location. Opening December 1st, the new location will be located on South First Street on the first floor of Zizzo Group's new headquarters in Walkers Point. Earlier this month, Milwaukee added yet another piece of public art to the city's collection. The Champagne of Beers mural, located on the side of the Miller High Life Theater, celebrates the long-standing brewing tradition in our city in a tribute to one of Miller's flagship products, High Life. Celebrating the 120th anniversary of Milwaukee brewing giant Miller, the mural features the iconic Woman on the Moon illustration. Check out the mural on your way to your next performance at the High Life Theater. Please join me in welcoming the latest two additions to St. Kate, the Art Hotel's residency programs. Milwaukee narrative interdisciplinary artist, curator, and puppeteer Anwar Floyd Pruitt joined St. Kate as their second artist in residence. Known for his focus on human expression and the wide range of human emotions, Anwar will share his talents with visitors, showcasing his wide-ranging artistic mastery. Also joining St. Cater is the hotel's first ever curator in residence, Milwaukee native Shane McAdams. Shane is an established curator in Wisconsin and New York, including exhibitions reviewed by the New York Times and the Village Voice. You can learn more about these two new additions to St. Kate at their website. Good news for downtown beer lovers. The Tap Yard at Schlitz Park is extending its season through the end of the year. From tomorrow through December 31st, the popular beer garden downtown is heading indoors inside the 1555 North River Center Drive building. The perfect place to watch the Packers game or catch up with old friends. The space offers a bar, TVs, a game room, and so much more. You can swing by on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Thursdays from 3 to 8 during any Packer game to check it out for yourself. Amped is changing the game at their venue in the Brewery District with the game show MKE. Announced by Bars and Recreation earlier this month, you can gather your friends and take part in this new game show experience. It's designed for up to 18 people, and it features challenges including the Feud, the Great Pyramid, 20-second challenge, Pop Goes the Lyric, and so much more. The Schlitz Audubon Nature Center goes to the birds this Saturday as they host their annual Extreme Raptor Day on November 4th. From 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. You can meet the center's 15 resident raptors, including owls, hawks, falcons, eagles, and learn about each species' habitats during this exciting one-day event. And throughout the day, enjoy exciting family-friendly activities like an adventure hike, an owl pellet dissection, an eagle's nest building, or take a photo with your favorite raptor. IndyCar racing is coming back to the Milwaukee Mile this summer for the first time since 2015 for not one, but 2 races this Labor Day weekend. This incredible event will draw visitors from all over the country and keep the momentum of a massive 2024 summer forward into the fall. The spine-tingling, engine-revving, adrenaline-packed action will draw a diverse crowd of spectators from near and far to the Milwaukee Mile to take in this great event, boosting hotel occupancies, driving foot traffic to our shops and restaurants, and once again shining a bright spotlight on everything our city has to offer. Stay in the know and be one of the first to get your tickets by signing up to receive updates on the Wisconsin State Fair Parks website under the Milwaukee Mile tab. To close out our partner updates today, I would like to take a few minutes to recognize a few significant departures from Milwaukee's hospitality community. The first of whom is Julie Granger, Executive Vice President of the MMAC, who will be leaving the organization after more than 25 years of service to the MMAC. In her time with the organization, she has been a terrific champion of diversity, equity, and inclusivity, and an impassioned advocate for our city. Please join me in thanking Julie for her commitment to our community and wishing her all the best in her next role as CEO of Junior Achievement of Wisconsin. Gabe Yeager of Milwaukee Downtown Bid 21 announced last week that he will be departing the organization at the end of the year to head to Los Angeles to work for the city's downtown bid. I know many members of my team have worked with Gabe throughout the past 9 years with Bid 21, and in that time, we've seen so many incredible projects move from dream to reality thanks to the commitment, vision, and perseverance of not only Gabe, but Beth and the entire Bid 21 team. Gabe, we thank you for all you've done to make Milwaukee a truly great place on a great lake, and we wish you all the best in Los Angeles. And a huge congratulations are owed to MATC's president and always inspiring leader, Vicki Martin, who announced that she will be retiring after 10 years of serving in the role as part of her 35 total years with the college. She has helped to make MATC an incredible asset to the community and has built a true talent pipeline for employers in a wide array of industries, but importantly for us, the Standout Hospitality Program, which we love collaborating with and creating scholarships for over the years. We don't have any plans to stop these efforts, but we will continue to look fondly at the partnership established under Vicki's tenure. Please join me in congratulating her on all she has accomplished on this well-deserved next chapter. Finally, save the date for our next webinar on November 28th at 2 p.m. Keep an eye on your inbox for more information. Now, it's my pleasure to turn it over to Visit Milwaukee's Vice President of Marketing, Communications, and Partnership, Josh Albrecht, and our Senior Director of Communications and Public Affairs, Claire Koenig, to share just some of the incredible projects and campaigns their team has been working on over the past summer and what we have in store for 2024.
Great. Thank you, Peggy. We're going to focus a little bit today on summer 2023 highlights, and then take a quick look at some of the other things coming up later this year and in 2024. The first thing I'd love to talk to everyone today about is some of our visitor insights from the June through September time period. So looking particularly at that summer travel season that just happened here in 2023. At the very top of this chart, you'll see three key performance indicators: the number of days, so the average length of stay, which is at 1.7 days for an overnight visitor. On average, they will stay 1.7 days. That actually is flat year over year from 2022, so 1.7 days is the average duration. But looking at overnight visitation, what we're seeing is a slight uptick in percentage of our travelers as overnight visitors. So in 2022, our percentage was 70.5% overnight visitors. Now in 2023, we're at 72.6% overnight visitors. So we're getting a slight increase in people staying overnight, not just day tripping into Milwaukee and exploring all the offerings of our region, but they're coming and they're staying overnight at a stronger pace. Even more interesting is this repeat visitor number. 31.1% are repeat visitors. So what that tells us is that 69%, roughly 69% of our travelers are coming in and they are new. They're not repeats. They're brand new to our region. Whereas last year, we were at roughly 62% new travelers to our region. So we're seeing more new travelers, more new visitors to our market in 2023 than we did in 2022. This is something that we've actually put concerted effort on. The company that we work with, Epsilon, for our digital marketing, and then couple that with our Good Things Brewing initiatives this year. Both platforms, Epsilon and our Good Things Brewing marketing initiatives, all were about getting new visitors. So we weren't looking at lookalike audiences. We weren't necessarily retargeting to existing business that we had, whether that was in our e-blasts or whether it's through our social media or even through the cookies coming through our website. We were looking to conquest new visitors, bring new people into our community. And of course, that's great to see in our data is that it's paying off. Some of our quick points on here that I want to showcase is our top 10 visitor origin states. You'll see Illinois continues to be one of our stronger indicators year over year. However, in 2022, Wisconsin was actually our #1 visitor origin state. So in 2022, 30% of our visitors were coming from Wisconsin. That's dropped now down to 26.7%. Illinois has taken the reins at top spot, just slightly beating out Wisconsin at 26.9% in 2023. In 2022, Illinois was at 20.2%. So we're seeing a vast increase percentage-wise from people coming from Illinois, which makes plenty of sense as we put more money into Chicagoland, Rockford, Quad Cities, and Peoria. If you look at our top 10 visitor origin MSAs, one quick note here I want to see is we still see Minneapolis performing very strong. It's there in our top 5, right after Green Bay on this list, as well as interesting enough to see St. Louis and Rockford both climbing the charts here in 2023. Back in 2022, St. Louis was not even in our top 10, and neither was Rockford, Illinois. So seeing St. Louis and Rockford climbing into the charts is a good sign. This is what we're looking at. We're looking at that 6-hour drive time, and we're trying to convert more of those travelers into our area. Going to the next slide, you'll see a quick look at our summer hotel recap. So June through September, this is our year-over-year occupancy, ADR, RevPAR, supply, room nights, and revenue. The biggest thing I want you to take away from here is that average daily rate, that ADR, at 147. So that's up 8.9%. So a higher ADR is always good for that revenue at the far side of your screen at $239 million. On the next slide, we talked a little already briefly about our Bobby Portis partnership. And as Peggy said, we love working with Milwaukee's hype man, Bobby Portis. Our most recent fun this summer included Bobby getting a summer gig with some of our great partners like City Tours MKE, Milwaukee County Zoo, North Point Lighthouse, Best Place at Pabst, Black Cat Alley, Indeed Brewing, Thelma Cara Wine Merchants, Walski's, and Zocalo Food Truck Park. We had a great time with great impressions on social, and it was a lot of fun getting Bobby out, doing all kinds of other jobs in the hospitality industry throughout the city. Most recently, we filmed another one with Bobby right before the start of the season to help us launch the new Buck season. One of the things we had him do was go and do some birding for us. Milwaukee is now a bird city, and we highlight all the great places you can bird on our website. So I encourage you to go to our website, visitmilwaukee.org, and check out Bird City. We got Bobby out there spotting owls and pigeons and all the crazy birds of the city. Great places throughout Milwaukee that you can do birding yourself. You can check it out in the video with Bobby that's out there now. One of the things that we have coming up as well is the Milwaukee Theater District Theater Week. There's a lot going on in the theater district itself. We've added 4 new performing arts groups and theaters to the district, which is centralized in downtown Milwaukee. But as we've always said, the theater district is more of a marketing district and less of a district devised by geographic boundaries. So it's great to have the Third Ward Association and some of the partner theater groups and theaters coming on board: Milwaukee Chamber Theater, Next Act Theater, Renaissance Theater Works, and Skylight Music Theater, being a part of this great initiative. We also, in conjunction with Pabst Theater Group, along with several other partners, we're able to do It's Alive on the Riverwalk. Of course, the Milwaukee Riverwalk Association helped sponsor that and make it happen, where we had live busking throughout the summer on the Riverwalk as part of the theater district activations. And coming up soon, we have our first ever Milwaukee Theater Week, as Peggy mentioned earlier. There's going to be lots of fun coming November 9th with a special concert by Grace Weber, which I'll touch on here in a minute. On the next slide, just a quick recap of where we're at with It's Alive on the Riverwalk. Kicked off on July 19th and then finished actually today with It's Alive on the Riverwalk Halloween edition. Big thank you to St. Kate's, City Lights Brewing, the Riverwalk District, and Radio Milwaukee for being sponsors of this great event. It's pretty amazing to see that we had 60 buskers booked throughout the summer. Featured in this photo is local musician Kulla, a wide range of musicians, great way to showcase the vibrancy of our city and activate the downtown throughout the summer months. And as I mentioned, It's Alive finished up today with It's Alive on the Riverwalk Milwaukee Halloween edition. Lots of fun was had. course, the snow did not help at all, but thanks to St. Kate, we were able to move it inside and finish out the busking series. Coming up for Theater Week, November 9 through 19, our first kickoff event will feature Tosa West Theater. This will be at 11 a.m. at Wilson Theater. We're excited to have all the students who are participating in the musical production of Frozen come and help us kick off this Theater Week. The thing about the Theater Week is it's not just about the theater district theaters and our downtown partners. It is about the theater, all the great theater events happening throughout our community. And that includes all the amazing high school productions that are taking place across our region. On our website, we're highlighting many of those performances and really celebrating theater throughout the Milwaukee area. As I mentioned, we also have the Grace Weber concert with Be Free, Classic, and MISO. That's November 9th at the Pabst Theater. Tickets are still available. We encourage you to come and have a fun night as we kick off the Theater Week here at Pabst Theater. We also have a dinner and a show giveaway running from November 10 through 17. You can learn more at MKE Theater District and maybe sign up to be one of the dinner and show giveaway winners. That will be a fun thing. And then we do have the tour to theater, exclusive tours of the Milwaukee Theater District's newest members that I mentioned. You can get behind the scenes access, get up on stage, learn more about the Skylight Music Theater and Next Act Theater coming up on November 11th from 10 to noon. And then this is an extra special event that we have that we're really excited to have take place on November 14th at 4 p.m. at the Milwaukee Youth Arts Center. David Caruso will be moderating a panel discussion with several of our hospitality industry workers who specialize in theater performances. But what we wanted to do was showcase all the people, some of the people behind the scenes that make the theaters happen. So we have our artistic associate choreographer and ballet coach, Jane Reagan Pink. We have DeMonte Henning, a director and actor of the theater, a producer, and of course, Jim Guy, who handles design, education, and stage coordination and consultation at our local theaters. This is going to be a fantastic panel to sort of peer behind the curtain, if you will, pardon the pun, and learn a little bit more about the people who make our theaters work. And also what we've been working on this summer has been Good Things Brewing Season 2. So I mentioned David Caruso is our moderator for our Theater Week event. Well, David's also been busy with our partners at Plum Media filming Season 2 of Good Things Brewing. We're almost fully done. We're about 97% of the way of all the filming that has to take place for Good Things Brewing Season 2. We are super thankful for Wisconsin State Fair and Marquette University for coming on as sponsors for this season. Sponsorships and commercial airtime is still available. So if anybody's looking at getting an advertisement or being a partner with this great activity, we still would love to have you. And as Peggy mentioned, it is now the Emmy-nominated Good Things Brewing. We hope to find out in a few weeks from the Emmys if we are Emmy Award winning, and we couldn't be more excited for that opportunity. Season 2 will kick off next February, and more information about that will be available when we have air times all set with our local and Midwest providers. So a really quick look at some of the new assets. We were very, very busy this summer doing photo and video shoots. Here is a gigantic list of many of the partners that we featured in those photo and video shoots. Our marketing and communications team goes out all of the time doing all kinds of great work. And then also, not only does our marketing and communications team take photography and video, but we also work with several of our photography and video partners to capture all kinds of amazing B-roll, commercials, footage, photos, you name it. And don't forget, you can access all these photos and videos through our brand kit. The website there is at the bottom of the screen, visitmilwaukee.brandkit.io/login, or shoot us an email. We can get you access to that as well. Photo and video are provided through our brand kit for all of our partners to use. Some other assets include the alternate jersey branding, our MKE Fresh branding that debuted with our website this past June. And here's just a quick highlight of some of the t-shirts we've been sending out. We sent those out to the Bobby Portis basketball camp this summer and some other giveaways that we had this summer. We've had new coffee mugs, sunglasses. If you're out and about visiting our kiosk this summer, you may have been able to pick up one of these great handouts, and we'll continue to get this out into the community throughout the rest of the year. And here's another quick look at just some of their assets, including some custom popsicles that we did with Pete's Pops that included our new marketing. Those popsicles went out to IMAX, and let me tell you, the Balloon Moon flavor really got people excited from all over the world. We had people from from Colombia, Venezuela, Europe, China, stopping by our booth and exploring the Blue Moon popsicle flavor for the first time. And that was lots of fun to treat people to. Also during the summer, we do many giveaways. If you've ever signed up for one of our great ticket giveaways, you would be one of the many people across the country signing up for these giveaways. We did a Harley Davidson Homecoming Festival giveaway, a Boogie with the Hoodie giveaway with Summerfest. It wasn't me giving away Shaggy and Salt and Pepper giveaway tickets with Wisconsin State Fair. We had a Fresh Coast Jazz Festival giveaway and a Glendale Root Beer Bash giveaway, among many others. You can see by the state abbreviations here, we had people from as far away as South Carolina, Virginia, Washington, literally from all over the country entered into these contests to come to Milwaukee and experience our great festivals. Looking at some of our summer campaigns, we did partner with the Milkmen this year to help bring the All-Star Game at Franklin Field, July 17 to 18. This was in partnership with Sports Milwaukee, and we're the presenting sponsors with the American Association of Professional Baseball. A really fun time out at the Milkmen Field. We got to see the home run contest and, of course, the All-Star Game. I'll be honest with you, I was at the home run contest in the outfield grass, and I did shy away from one of those balls screaming at my face. Came in a little too hot and heavy, but my children had a lot of fun, and I know everyone who attended the game had a lot of fun as well. Another fun activation that we had this summer was our authenticated experiences and our NFTs. We had 2 local artists dropping NFTs throughout the city. 65 of those NFTs were minted. Now, where we look at this is that it's basically Pokemon Go, but in a different platform. The authenticated experience NFTs allow you to unlock experiences. One of those things that we were able to unlock was a special activity that was held at the St. Kate's Hotel this September when Culla, local musician Culla, who was actually one of our NFT creators, who did the original digital artwork, gave a private concert in the St. Kate, and it was a lot of fun. Here's a photo of that event, so you can see how that was looking. It was a great private event. Only about 20 people were invited, and you had to unlock the NFT through our AX program to get access to this private event. We hope to offer more AX experiences in the future, so stay tuned and start getting your NFTs that are scattered throughout the city. You can learn more at visitmilwaukee.org. We also launched the Cream City Convention Pass. Excuse me. We also launched the Cream City Convention Pass, launched May 10th. 40 partner businesses were featured within a 1.5-mile radius of the Baird Center. We had 220 signups since the launch back in May. This is primarily targeted to conventions that are operating in the Baird Center. So this is not marketed to the general public. This is only marketed to those with conventions at the Baird Center. We're going to see this grow even more as we continue to get this as part of our pre-promotes before visitors even come to their convention. We expect this pass to really explode in 2024 as more and more conventions get booked in the Baird Center. One of the fun other activations that we did this summer was Carvatize, where we wrapped cars with Milwaukee swag, Milwaukee messages, and drove them around Minneapolis as part of the Connect showcase that was in Minneapolis. Here is our sales team posing with one of the cars. It was a lot of fun to see our name plastered on Ubers and Lyfts throughout the city during that event. Here's just another quick photo of Pete's Pops getting distributed by our great sales team and our sales team partners at a recent event. Like I said, Blue Moon was #1, but you can see here it's the root beer ones that all came in #2 as the flavor of choice. The next slide will show you that we did an ad with AAA Living, looking for an older demographic through AAA's publication. We did reach 267,000 readers. The great thing was we had 448 leads. Those were people who signed up for our e-newsletter and now continue to be remarketed to through the AAA platform and through our own email marketing. We did continue our partnership with Ebony this summer. This is the second year in a row we've worked with Ebony to bring in a travel writer. Deanna Taylor came in for a 48-hour tour, ran a story about her experience here. And in addition to that, we had display ads and Facebook posts with Ebony. Very successful again, year over year, a program that we hope to continue in 2024. And in addition to Ebony, this year was our first year that we started working with Univision. We partnered with Univision to create a customized program that drives awareness among Chicagoland Hispanic speakers, Spanish language speakers, and the Hispanic audience there, encouraging digital engagement, strategy to maximize our reach via targeted television and radio ads. And we worked with Source 10 here locally for the translation of our commercials so that all of our commercials were in Spanish language, translated by our local partners, Source 10. Those ads ran from June 30 to September 15th, and we had quite a few impressions, 2.6 million on radio and 820,000 on TV. Also, we used USA Today to continue our publication marketing to reach 10 million readers through their printed newsstand, website, and social channels, focusing on their Black History Month, Hispanic Living, Modern Woman, Pride Month, Race in America, Sustainability, Veteran Affairs, and NFL Wire special editions. These are special publications that sit on newsstands at airports, at supermarkets, bookstores throughout the country. As I said, reaching 10 million readers through our marketing. Here's two examples of the ad that we ran. This one in particular translated into Spanish for the Hispanic Living issue as well. We also partnered with Chicago Cubs Radio at the end of the season when the Brewers went to Chicago for a late season matchup on August 28th to 30. We took over Chicago's 670 The Score with messaging throughout that weekend series to drive traffic up to Milwaukee later on. I think this obviously helped push the Brewers to their division championship. Every little bit helps. And of course, if you're a superstitious baseball fan like myself, you 100% believe that our marketing to drive traffic to Milwaukee with the Chicago Cubs radio station helped the Brewers win the division. We also partnering with the Green Bay Packers for their 2023 game day program. If you happen to get up to a Packers game this season and pick up a program, you'll see this ad and all Green Bay Packers game day programming. Every home game will feature this ad in their program books. In addition to this, we have digital ads that run through the Green Bay Packers Wire. Again, this is a partnership with USA Today as well. So not only does it run with the Green Bay Packers Wire, it runs through the Green Bay Packers Wire through USA Today on their digital platform as well. And of course, we're not going to let the season finish without a strong holiday leisure campaign as we take digital ads, such as the ones you're seeing here, through the end of the year, highlighting our winter activities, dining, and all-season Milwaukee experiences. Visit milwaukee.org/holidays is the vanity URL we're driving that traffic to. We are using Wisconsin Public Radio. We're doing a paid social campaign, and we're also working with the travel app Hopper. We'll be doing a special promotion with them on Travel Tuesday in November to help drive traffic throughout the winter months. Now, that's a lot already, but I do really want to quick show you what we've been doing with Epsilon Digital Campaign. So this started running back in March. It will run through the end of the year, through December. Here are some ads that we've been running. These are all digital banner ads, digital display, digital retargeting. Messaging this year has been Good Things Brewing in Milwaukee, as well as Fest with the Best in the City of Festivals. And then, of course, some of the holiday imagery that you saw on the last page. On this next page, you'll see some of the results. So just for March 1 through July 31, this digital campaign is fantastic because it's one of those campaigns that allows us to track if a person saw our ad, the cookies are downloaded into their phone. If they then show up in our market with their phone, we can then track that they saw our ad in the past, that they arrived in our market, and then thanks to credit card data and data through transactions when they use their credit card, we know when they've made a purchase while in destination after seeing our ad. The great thing about this is that we can really get a good judge on a return on investment, including $138 to every $1 spent in our marketing. A fantastic return on investment so far this year. And again, this was only through July 31st. We'll have additional numbers later in the year. That's resulted in 6.7 direct visitor spending because of people who saw our messaging in our ads earlier in the year coming in later. That's 104,000 total transactions there at the bottom. The average visitor was doing 3 transactions when they were in town, and $198 was the average message yield per visitor. So quite a lot of spending going on when people see our ads and then arrive in market. On the next slide, let's skip past that one. Then finally, one of the last things I want to share with you is where some of that visitor spending is coming from. You'll see that the highest yield we're getting is from the state of Iowa. So in that square in the middle, you'll see that in Cedar Rapids, Davenport, and Des Moines, when travelers from Iowa come into our market, they spend the most money while they're here. So at $250, $288, and $253 on average, our Iowa travelers love to come here. They love to stay overnight, and they love to spend money. So this is something that we've been sharing with some of our marketing groups and others. We're sharing it with you now to know that the Iowa market is, there's no other way to put it other than it's a hot market right now for visitor spending. The other one that we wanted to highlight that's in the long rectangle is Minneapolis. We've put in a lot of effort into Minneapolis over the last 18 months. We're seeing great return here. The average visitor spending from Minneapolis is spending $244. You'll see that our out-of-state travelers spend more money than our in-state travelers, and that's probably to be expected as they spend a little bit more time here and spend more money while in destination. This is by category. Just a quick look there. Dining has the highest percentage of transactions, but grocery also has a high visitor spend. That does result in things from that does include things like Costco and our other grocery providers. You'll see the places like Sendix and other grocery stores get lots of traffic from our visitors as well. So if it comes to food, you're leading in our visitor spending, but you also see retail, accommodations, gas, and attractions all get their fair share of the visitor spend as well in this data. And then finally, visitation and spend by zip code. The other fun thing that we get to see through our partnership with Epsilon is where people spent their money. You can see the zip code 53217 has the highest visitor spend at $1.1 million, with 1,916 visitors entering into that zone. So even though they didn't have the most visitors for zip code tracking, they did have the highest spend by travelers while in that zip code. That yield per visitor in the zip code of 53217 was $619 per visitor. I'm sure that the Bayshore and some of the other high-end stores and restaurants up in that area contribute to that. But this is something we'll be monitoring over the course of the next year and seeing how visitors spend their money throughout the destination. And now with that, I believe that's all of the marketing updates. I'd like to turn it over to Claire for earned and social media. Claire?
Hi, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. I'm going to whip through this really quickly and then tell you about a few things we've got in store for 2024. So you all remember that we made a massive deal out of being named one of the best places in the world for travel in 2023 by National Geographic. We were able to use that mark that you see on the screen in all of our advertising. We put it on trade show booths. We created a magnet and stuck it on our van. We used it in a lot of our communications and then in all of our advertising. Well, this year, we were named one of the best big cities by over 500,000 readers of Condé Nast Traveler, in the top 3, only beat out by Chicago and San Diego, might I add. And we're okay with that for now. However, we did license this logo so that we could use it in similar applications to how we use the National Geographic logo, which we can no longer use starting tomorrow. So the National Geographic logo, they had a super generous usage policy. And I just want to take the opportunity to say, if any of you are using it on your marketing, please remove it by tomorrow. And just let us know if you have any questions about this. We're still going to use it in messaging and in speaking points and in written copy. We just can't use that logo anymore. But we'll be talking about Condé Nast Traveler all the time. Okay, so what's the team been up to for the last handful of months? We've been talking to travel media, national media, and local media about all of the good things happening in the hospitality community and all the things they're out to promote, hopefully to get some new visitors here. This is a super wide-ranging view of some of that earned media coverage. The blue line right at the bottom, that is the coverage that is about travel to Milwaukee, tourism industry, anything that we sort of think a visitor, like a leisure type visitor or meetings, like meeting planner would be reading. It is not nothing. It is just very much pales in comparison, the quantity pales in comparison to the overall coverage of Milwaukee. And as I've said before, we know tourism related promotion and like these kind of generally positive stories about Milwaukee and positive destination coverage are never going to outweigh all of the coverage about Milwaukee. But we hope it can move the needle in a positive direction. You can see that spike in the solid green line and in the little blue line. That would be from around the debate time. Again, that's some exposure that we would not have gotten had we not won the right to host the 2024 RNC. And then that dotted line is the previous year's coverage of all things Milwaukee. So again, you can see that was a massive spike in coverage about the city in general. Next slide. Again, we're really hoping to move the needle on the tone of the conversation whenever we can. We know that we are competing against a 24-hour news cycle, and a lot of times crime leads. Crime gets clicks, the sensational headlines, drive website traffic, and unfortunately, publishers are still making their money on clicks. So, but what we like to see is that when on the graphic on the right, the tourism related stories are overall positive. Hold on a minute. And then far more positive, in fact, than the Milwaukee in general coverage. So it's in the right direction. That's the kind of things we like to see. Obviously, we'd like the quantity, and we work to make it go up all the time. Next slide. How do we do that? Some of that is working with some TV programs. We brought in the Traveling with Danella Richard team. She was a longtime hospitality, airline, and cruise exec who now has her own show. And they did a Milwaukee episode in her new season, which aired in the markets on the screen. The episode isn't available digitally, which is why we haven't sent it around locally, but it will be available on some streaming channels over the Thanksgiving weekend. So you'll hear a lot more from us when you can view it and share it with all of your networks. We're super grateful for all the partners that helped us pull that episode together. It was a really fun time. And this got us in some of the markets that are a bit beyond our typical drive market. And we like to do that every once in a while. Next slide. Influencers. The team is working with influencers on some in partnership with our marketing friends on certain campaigns, museum days or theater week. And we're also just bringing them in year round to highlight the destination and give a really authentic perspective to their audiences about what it's like to visit here. But just a fun engagement we did this year was work with the state and then the airport to bring 4 influencers in a direct flight market. We chose Atlanta this year, and those were fantastic. They really delivered the results. The second thing we are super proud of, and we hope this number gets even better, is that we strive all of the time to bring in BIPOC, differently abled, and LGBTQ plus influencers to show the city and all we have to offer to their audiences. We had a goal of 32%. Right now, we are at 48% of all traditional journalists and social influencers we've brought in speak to those groups. Again, we have a little bit left in the year, and we hope that number gets even better, but we are just trying to improve upon that every single year. Go ahead. Next slide. These next 2 slides are just some of that coverage that has resulted from the 27 traditional journalists we brought in, and then the 11 influencers. Again, the traditional coverage is coming from the folks we host, but then also the journalists we pitch and that our agency Turner pitches on our behalf. We are really happy with some of these. Again, some really big ones. It's a pretty wide array, taking us all the way up to holiday coverage. Right now, we have a fam trip. It starts today, where we're bringing in 5 meetings and conventions focus writers. We've had a few of them throughout the year, but 5 in the market right now, along with about 20 meeting planners who are going to be touring the city for the remainder of this week. So we're very busy with that, but excited to have them in and show off that Baird Center expansion. Next slide. And then on the social side of it, this is the largest audience that we are reaching on a daily basis. And our main goal with that is, of course, we want to grow that audience, but we really want to grow our out of market audience. We know that a lot of locals see us as an influencer where they can find restaurant recommendations or see like what's the coolest new retail shop opening. But we also want visitors, of course, to discover that content, and then hopefully it inspires them to check us out. We are doing pretty well on that front. This is from the results from the summer. Again, social, most of which we are doing organic, we are doing a little paid, but mostly organic. It generates a ton of regular engagement that is just really hard to replicate through other channels like traditional earned media. Go ahead. Some of those posts, if our team is hitting you up for a cool experiential reel we'd like to create, or food talk, as we like to call it, where we're kind of going deep on your menu offerings and the overall vibe of your venue, it's because that content performs very well for us. We know what the people want, and the people want food. And so we are going to continue to give it to them. So if you hear anything from Ina on my team, please just open your doors to her and let her do what she does, because she is very good at it. Okay, next. And then what are we up to next year? Right now, we are working on all of these things that will start hitting in 2024. And one of those is, of course, the company rebrand. We are working with the amazing folks at Occupop, which is a design agency, a local design agency, and then P3 Development, who has helped us engage the community in the extensive process that we've undergone to get to a point where we can give Occupop a ton of information and feedback and hopes and dreams and ideas. And they are now working through what that looks like for our brand. We hope to be launching the new brand in Q1 of next year. And with that, there will be public events, there will be merch, there will be a couple other things we are very excited about. And then a more formal timeline where we'll be talking about how that brand is incorporated into every other visual medium that we're in, which is endless. So eventually it is the trade show booth, it is the car wrap, it is the website, it's all of those things. It's our channels, it's all of our merch, our swag, the things we wear. It's all of the things where you see us visually represented. Okay, we are getting that done in Q1 because it needs to be done for the launch of the 21st season of Bravo's Top Chef, which we were so happy to partner with Paul Bartolotta, his amazing PR folks, and the state to bring in to feature Milwaukee and Wisconsin. Again, for their 21st season. You can see this is a big deal show. I think we all know it is a big deal show, and we are so excited to really go all out on the premiere and then all of the subsequent episode viewings to make the absolute most of the exposure this will bring to our culinary scene, to our food makers, to some of our really cool attractions and venues, and to the people of Milwaukee. So we hope you will stick with us and support all of those things, because we will be talking a lot about food all throughout 2024. That Baird Center expansion I mentioned is also in the first half of next year in the spring. So many of our marketing and MNC PR efforts are helping support this and build excitement for this. Those will continue through the opening and then beyond. So we are heavily focused on how we make sure everyone who plans a meeting or a sports event or a convention has this on their radar as the ultimate convention center in the country in 2024 and then after. And then finally, there are some major conventions that will be consuming a lot of our work, especially in the summer. You've heard us mention this in a variety of different places, but it can't hurt to say it again, that we are just recommending thinking about staffing now, as the summer will feel probably pretty back to back with some of these large events coming in. Simple View being an industry summit. This is when about 1,000 of tourism bureaus and then all of the affiliated vendors come into Milwaukee, explore the city for a few days, and talk about industry things. Of course, the RNC, which you've all heard about, will be a massive focus for us, and all of the things that we will be helping to support our partners in the work that they're doing around that, and then communicating as much as we can about how to prepare, what's happening after, all those things. Pretty soon after that, the Harley Davidson Homecoming Festival returns in late July. This is new. This will be new for all of us because this will be the second major festival in back-to-back years that they're now doing. We're so excited for it. We can't wait. Again, we're just saying, let's think about how we provide the absolute best customer experience, knowing we're all going to be a little bit tired by then, but still excited. And then finally, Connect Marketplace sort of rounds out the summer of big shows for us, where they will bring in 1,000 meeting planners to show off, which again is a massive showcase of the Barrett Center for us. So how do we absolutely capitalize on that opportunity to have our dream audience in the building, seeing that expansion firsthand? We'll probably be doing a lot of earned media efforts, bringing in folks, writers from around the country for that too. That is where we're at right now. We are happy Josh and I can answer any questions you may have. Otherwise, we just want to thank you for attending this webinar, and we really hope to see you at the next one. You know, you can always email any of us with your questions about how we can help you anytime. Okay. So hearing no questions, thank you again for attending, and we'll see you on the next one.